Hello, church. It's so good to be with you today. I hope you had a chance to see Janice preach yesterday, either live or in virtual church. She just did a great job finishing our evangelism series, and I pray that series has been helpful to you to literally give you the tools for approaching people about your faith and approaching people about who Jesus is in your life and literally just sharing what you love. I pray that we've demystified it. I pray that we've equipped you. I pray that it's been a blessing. I know it's been 7-8 weeks of us just having iron sharpen iron as we kept pounding the truth into our hearts. And Janice did a great job yesterday closing us out, and I'm so indebted to her for that. So we finally are in chapter 2 of Colossians. Didn't think we were ever going to get there, did you? But we're in chapter 2 in the first 5 verses. And here's what the Apostle Paul writes. He says, I want you to know how hard I am contending for you and for those at Laodicea. So remember that Colossae is a sister church out of Laodicea. And we're familiar with Laodicea because that's the church in Revelation for which God says, if you are neither hot nor cold, but lukewarm, I will spit you out of my mouth. And it says, for Laodicea and for all who have not met me personally, my goal is that they may be encouraged in heart and united in love so that they may have the full riches of complete understanding in order that they may know the mystery of God, namely Christ, in whom are hidden all the treasures of wisdom and knowledge. I tell you this so that no one may deceive you by fine-sounding arguments. For though I am absent from you in body, I am present with you in spirit, and delight to see how disciplined you are and how firm you are in your faith. Right? So we got a lot going on here in this text. I think part of Paul's goal here is to reveal that he has a plan for creating and crafting a courageous community of profound love. It's a quote I took from J.D. Walt. Hear it again. Paul's goal is to craft a courageous community of profound love anchored in Christ. This is the whole goal of this passage, this kind of whole place that it is. And he wants to come back and he says, wants to remind you, do not let anyone deceive you. Part of the work that we have going on down at Provost every Sunday night is to pour into our teenagers as they prepare to go off to college one day, where they will be surrounded by people who want to deceive them, who want to lead them astray, who want to help them eliminate their faith as being an anchor in their life. So we're trying to fix it in their hearts that Christ is so deep in them that nobody can purge that out, that nobody can take it. So one of the things I think about, Paul reminds them that even though I am not there, even though I am absent, I want you to feel my presence, even though I'm not there. So I know when I sent my kids off to college that I sent them off, Dee Dee and I did, with a set of core values, a set of convictions, a set of faith-based beliefs about who Jesus was, kind of a biblical worldview, if you will. Nothing we sent them to college with was world-based. It was really faith-based from the beginning to the end. And then they had to live inside a very secular, worldly environment, which is college. So one of the things that I told them is that you can be mindful of the fact that even though I'm not present, even though I don't live in your dorm room, even though I don't live on your house, in your house on campus, is that I am never, never absent from your life. I may not be present, but I am fully not absent because I have invested in you. You carry around in your heart your Father. So one of the things I told both boys, they both were in fraternity at Florida, and periodically they would take bus trips to go watch a football game at LSU. And I would say to them, listen, if you're going all the way to Louisiana, don't do anything stupid. Because here's the deal. I'm your father and I love you, but I will not go out of state to bail you out. If you get in trouble, you're just going to have to ride that system out. Whatever that stupid thing is you did. So be on your guard. So part of what I did was remind them that, listen, I may not be present with you, but I am not absent from you. This is what Paul's trying to tell this community. Even though I'm not there, even though I'm pouring into another community, your sister community, I am still present in spirit, and that you can't get far from me. So I think the last thing I want us to do is that he says, listen, you've got to be on your guard against false teachers. One of the things that I tell people is that you have to be really careful about sifting through who you listen to and what you read. I think there's so much garbage out there, so much trash out there, masquerading itself as the gospel and masquerading itself as truth. So I would say to you as a church, Sift carefully through the outside sources you use to read about texts in the Bible or read about scriptures or anything of theological significance. Sift carefully, church. So we got a lot going on here in this text, right? Paul's trying to encourage them. He says, listen, I am even with you, even when I'm not with you. And that you've got to be careful because there is a world of deception out there that wants to rob you of your faith. Be on your guard. Sift carefully. Again, church, I pray this has been helpful teaching as you go through your week, that these are good reminders to you what it means to be in Christ. And just know how much I love you, and I pray for you, and I hope you're preparing for a beautiful Easter. Have a great day.